What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Taurean Reloaded channel. If you are new, please be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and make sure you have your notifications set to all, as well as have your notifications turned on your mobile devices so you'll be notified when I upload a new video or go live. Like, comment, and share this content on your various social media platforms. So today we will be talking about a person who probably should get a gold medal in the white privilege Olympics, because once y'all hear this story right here, y'all gonna be like, wow. I mean, we knew white privilege existed, but this one right here takes the cake. So in this picture, you see someone by the name of Dylan Landa, and he was in hot pursuit for basically being a thief. But it's not so much of what happened when he was caught. It's the amount of caping that the chief did for him that is just like making it seem like what he did was something equivalent to a kid stealing a candy bar. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this article. It is coming out of KNOP News 2 from Nebraska. It was posted July 22nd, 2022. And you're gonna see why my hashtag Operation Protect the White Boy is in full effect. He did break the law, and he has done it before. But Chief Deputy Rolly Kramer of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department says 21-year-old Dylan Landa has no history of violence. He's a decent person, but he has troubles. Now, listen to what the chief, remember I said the chief is going to K for him, has already started. This chief literally contradicted themselves in like literally the whole first couple of sentences. They said that he has broken the law, he did break the law, and he has broken the law before. But he has no history of violence, and he's a decent person, but he has troubles. It gets worse from here. Chief Deputy Kramer says the search for a young man who was caught stealing a hoodie, excuse me, at Flying J's Friday morning at 7 a.m. is not a threat, and the active search for him ended at 9 a.m., but Landa remains at large. So you mean to tell me that y'all only spent 2 hours looking for him, but y'all just decided because he's a good person, even though he stole a hoodie and he has a criminal history, which they're going to talk a little bit about because I read ahead, that's just it. Because it wasn't like it was an armed robbery. It's not like he's going around attacking people. He just went and stole a hoodie. That was it. Y'all, the search ended at 9 a.m. after 2 hours. All you can do is laugh at this. It's funny to me because they love to say that white privilege doesn't exist. I'm not even halfway through the article yet. Now listen to this. He stole a hoodie and a car. He has not threatened anyone. After stealing a red camouflage hoodie, dispatch advised officers and deputies to keep an eye out for Landa. Not long after, a deputy with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department spotted the young man, who subsequently fled on foot. Not long after, Landa stole a car, which he soon abandoned and fled again. Are y'all hearing this? So they're in pursuit of him. He has been allowed to steal a hoodie from Flying J's, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen Flying J's before, but mainly when I'm traveling like on an interstate, and it's usually one of them like like those stop areas. Not a rest area, but if y'all heard of Flying J's before, you know what I'm talking about. So he stole a hoodie. They only was in pursuit of him for 2 hours. When they saw him again, he was able to steal a car. Then he abandoned the car and then fled again. And it's like, y'all must enjoy the cat and mouse game y'all got going with him. This guy's like a real life catch me if you can, but it's almost like catch me if you can't. Or you won't. Catch me, but you won't. They're literally allowing this guy to just flee every scene that they know he's at. He's like the male Carmen Sandiego, only without the red. Chief Deputy Kramer says the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department, North Platte Police Department, and Nebraska State Patrol worked together on locating Landa. He didn't want to get caught by law enforcement. He has no history of violence toward others. He will be caught, and hopefully we can get him some help. I think we see so far in this story that the real villain is this chief deputy. This Rolly Kramer is the actual villain of this story. According to Chief Deputy Kramer, Landa has a history of drug use and being in jail, but keep in mind he says that he's not a bad person. Keep that in mind. He knows the public was scared by the announcement of the search for him and the large presence of law enforcement Friday morning, but the chief deputy says everyone who flees from arrest is assumed to be potentially armed. Isn't that the story that they give with black people all the time? Now keep this in mind. This guy has done all of this in a 2-hour time span, and not one shot went into his back. Yet, Jayland Walker got 60. I'm just saying. Chief Deputy Kramer says to be safe from all potential crimes, people should always lock up their cars and their valuables. I don't think he is a threat unless he is stealing your car. So lock your doors. So now he's a threat because he's stealing cars. Not because he stole a hoodie, he wasn't a threat then, but because he was stealing a car. Now he's a threat. And this is exactly why if anything came through on the news of him actually committing a crime that harmed someone, it's going to fall on this chief deputy because he's dragging his feet. He's literally allowing a criminal to get away with being a criminal. Chief Deputy Rolly Kramer, Lincoln County Sheriff's Department. If you see him, call 911. I don't know why, because y'all aren't doing anything. You probably won't do anything. So what's the point? I bet you, though, if he was black, they would have been caught him. After all, keep in mind about the story about the young black man who drives for DoorDash. I kind of talked about it in one of my recent live streams where he ran a stop sign. I know I said in the live stream he ran a red light. That was my mistake. But he ran something that was supposed to signal of stopping. He ran a stop sign. And he probably didn't even realize he ran it because like I said, he drives for DoorDash, or maybe he was trying to get there in time, in a certain time frame to deliver the food to whoever, and they pursued him. And then once they felt he got away, they ended up finding where he was at. They ran into his home and literally beat this man in his home while he had cuffs on. I bet you the amount of effort that they took into going after that black man for allegedly running that stop sign, they were not put that same effort into going after him. They spent 2 hours, y'all, from 7 to 9. They decided at 9 a.m. Oh, we can't. He's too fast for us. Law enforcement has been getting tips, but Landa is currently not in custody. Now, like I said, I'm recording this on the 22nd. If by the time this video gets ready to be uploaded and there's an update to come, I will add it in. If not, then the video will just go up as follows, and then we'll just go from there. If there's an update that'll come, it'll just happen. But y'all literally heard everything that I just said and everything that I read in this article. This is the reason why I said this guy gets a gold medal in the white privilege Olympics. But like I told you, the real villain of this story is the chief deputy, for literally allowing this guy to just run around stealing hoodies, stealing cars, and getting away, and they still haven't caught him yet. And only doing a 2-hour pursuit. But this doesn't surprise me because, you know, I've done stories where they have had 5-hour, 9-hour, 17-hour long standoffs with white males. And all of these stories came out almost around the same time. Lamestream media, of course, is going to gloss over it because that doesn't bring them views. But if they were identified as black, oh, it would have been everywhere. If this was something that they could pin on quote unquote Chicago, and I put it in quotes because I know what they're talking about, we know their lingo, they would put it out there for the mass consumption. A lot of them are probably still kicking themselves in the butt when they found out that the shooter in Highland Park was a very confused and disturbed white man. I don't know why I'm saying was, like in past tense. They took him in alive. But I'm sure when they capture him, he will be taken in alive as well. Operation Protect the White Boy remains in full effect.